Welcome back, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. In my second episode, I told you guys that it was better to make food at home, but I gave you an option to get delivery food. Today, I'm gonna make good on that, and I'm gonna show you how to make homemade pizza, both in the regular kind and in the low-carb keto kind. So welcome back to my channel. Hope you enjoy it, and leave your comments down below. Pizza is a personal choice as to how you do it. And my own view is I love pizza with different toppings, but the simplest pizza is the marguerite. And that just needs a little bit of basil, tomatoes, and really tomato sauce, cheese. And in my case, because I'm lactose intolerant, I can't eat cheese which has a lot of lactose in it. And so this mozzarella would be great for the kids, but for me, I'd have a hard time. So instead, I go to mature cheddar. It's an interesting choice because mature cheddar just happens to take a long time to age, and the active cultures wipe out all the lactose, but at the same time, they also convert it to a very high protein, low carb snack. And so that's a fun fact for you guys out there, that if you are lactose intolerant or you're on a high protein, low carb diet, take a look at mature cheddar. Anything aged over 1 to 3 years. And what you'll find on the labels is that it'll have close to 0 carbs. And it's great for snacking. And it won't give your belly upset if you've got lactose intolerance. So I use that on my cheese or on my pizza because I am lactose intolerant. Next, we'll talk about what we put on there. And I'll show you a little special ingredient which I brought for you. And this is one the kids love, Parmesan Reggiano. Putting this on the top is like close to truffle oil. This stuff was imported from Italy when we had gone. The second is something called buffalo mozzarella, and I'll show you about this. This is a form of mozzarella which is fairly fresh, and it comes as chunks. And I use it in its whole, and I cut it into big rounds. And we're gonna put these on as chunks. So here's my buffalo mozzarella ready to go. And there you have it. Those are the ingredients I'm gonna start using. Now we'll take this and put it on our pizza dough, and I'll show you how to make that. So we're turning to the pizza now, and to make the dough, which is sometimes harrowing, you can use either regular whole wheat or all-purpose flour, or you can use almond flour. In the case of normal pizzas for my kids, I usually use all-purpose flour or wheat flour. And then if you're going low-carb, high-protein, whatnot, this almond flour works well. You add to that 1 cup of water, and you knead this along with a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar in a bowl with your hand. And then to that, you add a teaspoon of active yeast. The yeast will help the dough rise, and it works very, very quickly. This is fast rising yeast. Same is true with the almond powder, but instead of water, I'm using almond milk. And so that works out very well. Kneading it into a ball like this is what you get with the almond milk and the almond flour. This is what you get with the all-purpose flour. And you can see this has been kneaded down, and we've put some holes in it so that it'll cook evenly. I'll take the tomato sauce. And then on it, I'm gonna spread a little bit of oregano, more, because I like oregano. Yeah, this is a little bit of garlic. Minced garlic. Next, you're gonna use the buffalo mozzarella slices. And these things are incredibly good. I know it has tomato sauce on it, but you can also add some tomatoes if you like, just for a little bit of color and texture. And then the other key to that is using fresh basil. This makes it delicious. And the interesting part is I just cut this basil this morning, but you can see it oxidizes very quickly. You can add mozzarella on top of that to make it a really, really cheesy pizza. Now, the thing about these cheeses is they have a lot of salt in them. So you gotta be really careful and not add salt, else you're gonna be really drinking a lot of liquids with this. Okay. And then, if you like it, I've got a little bit of chili flakes. Now, some people prefer to do this at the end, but I like a little bit of chili, you know me. All right? So, all right, there you have it. Now we're gonna put it in the oven and you'll just see what you get out of this. All right guys, so the same is true of keto. Now the thing about the keto or the low carb is you can't really use a tomato sauce. So some people don't use the tomato sauce at all. Instead, what they do is just make it Snow White with no tomato sauce. But you know, I'm like a little bit of tomato sauce like this. I'm using mature cheddar. Why? Because it has close to 0 carbs and it's just so flavorful. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have quite enough cheese from that. So I'm gonna add a little bit of mozzarella as well. Now, you know, my wife and the kids don't really like hot food, but I'm gonna put a little oregano on. And the cheese should have sufficient salt in it, but I do like a little bit of pepper, just to give me flavor. And of course, a little bit of olive oil doesn't hurt anything. Of course, the basil leaves. Basil just adds so much flavor and so much nice smell that you just cannot help but have a lot of it on there. Now, I do like the chili powder, but you can always add it afterwards rather than adding it to the dish. And there you have it. This is a keto pizza, pseudo keto because you wouldn't add the tomatoes. That's the only thing. And there you have it, people. You wanted fresh pizza. One is for my kids and one is for me and my wife.
Hey, is it ready?
Oh yeah, it's definitely ready.
This looks so good.
So do the honors, honey.
Eat it. Oh, sorry, I broke it, but that's fine. It's so hot just now. It's so hot. Ow. The cheese.
So I got a spatula. Here's a plate for you.
Thank you.
Here you go. Look at that, folks. Look at the cheese drip. Oh, oh. It's always an action sport in our house, isn't it? And then this one is the real pizza.
That you can eat.
I can't eat this.
It's so good.
Yum. This I'll have to have Narinder try. Or one of my other testers. This one I will try.
This is really good.
It's got all the right ingredients on it. Narinder,
Delicious.
come and try this. Boy.
I have to eat this now. Bye.
Narinder, try this. So it's always good when you can impress the wife and your cook, right? I'm sure the rest of my team is like salivating on this one, but they're next. And so here you go. You liked it?
Yeah.
All right. I hope you guys enjoy and try it at home. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to hit the bell icon so that you can see more of my amazing little recipes as well as the healthcare tips that we're giving you. Take care. Talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us.